Hello and welcome back to SC Voice Commentated Mobile Guides, the greatest YouTube series. Today we're doing Tower of Difficulty chart 8.08, just slightly harder than TODT. And before we get to any of the hard floors, I just want to say I would not recommend this as a first SC. You're not going to get a ton of it because it's mainly just a spike on the last two floors in terms of difficulty. The gameplay is whack and really weird to learn for a beginner. So I'd say to do this after you have a couple other SCs under your belt. TODT, TOHA, much better alternatives for a first SC. And anyways, it's only an 8.08, so if you want to go for like something harder than TODT as your first SC, then just do something that's actually like significantly harder. Alright, so you can see there's a few skips for the early parts of the levels. I mean, not much to talk about. The gameplay is much lower difficulty than insane, so just rewatch the video if you want to know all the skips to make these first few floors go a bit faster. You don't need to do that. That's just a flex. And I'm not really going to be commentating all that much until intense. So yeah, it's a difficulty chart, as you can see. It goes from easy up to catastrophic, although the last two floors are more like mid-extreme, maybe. Not actually terrifying and catastrophic, which is a good thing, because if they were, then this tower would be significantly harder. Then tightrope here, that's a bit difficult. Just go 45 degrees on mobile. Don't die. I mean, it takes like 2 minutes to get the net. Just hold jump there. And now we're on net. So there's a skip I'm going to be showing, but for the normal way, just be careful. Don't die to KB here. It's annoying to have to do the initial floors again, and it slows down your grinding a bit. It's pretty basic gameplay, even on intense. I mean, it's intense, so if you're going after an SC, it shouldn't be too difficult. There's a nice little skip you can do here. You can just high jump up to the tight ropes and skip the first part of intense. Just super nice for grinding. Go through some pretty basic gameplay. High jump here. Again, be careful not to die. Just take a second to heal if you need it. It's better to just waste like 30 seconds healing rather than have to restart your run. And now we're on Remorseless. So right here, you're gonna do a dance clip, some epic glitch tech. Set this up like a long jump, aim to climb on the one stud. Jump late on these conveyors, but not too late, otherwise you get flung downwards kind of. Flick, go to this far side. Just make sure the KB isn't going to hit you off when you ladder flick to it. You can wait for a couple cycles. Then just jump pretty late off that push box and move diagonally. Then hold right, then left, then right again, so you're opposing the direction of the conveyors. Don't fail on this outside, it's just a ladder flick. You can also do the thing where you just walk and hold jump. Get up to here, we'll just seesaw the thingy back and forth. Corner flip, pretty easy conveyor jumps, two stud stick out. I'd say just go in first person here. Be careful not to walk off the one stud. It's pretty easy to do that. You can go in third person for that if you want, and then another one stud walk around. If you struggle with walk arounds, practice those maybe. Then don't jump right away on those. Wait a tiny bit, but you can't stay on them for too long. They fall pretty fast. Hold jump throughout this entire section. Make sure to line it up. Hold jump again. These ones aren't too bad. It's when they start going opposite directions. Maybe you want to practice this part, especially because it's over and outside. Just go back and forth. Whatever strat feels comfortable to you. Pretty easy. Stick out right there. Just, again, don't fail. It's an outside. Heal here if you need to. Don't go do that wrap right away. You want to watch out for the conveyor. Make sure you know where you're going on those. I'd say practice them. I like to go in first person for this jump. It's not super precise, but just makes it a bit easier to set up. Cylinder wrap, take it a bit wide so you don't get a glide on the cylinder. You can walk or flick around this truss. It's up to personal preference. Then you can jump or flick off this, again, up to personal preference. You don't go into the ceiling, so just walk around this carefully. Then climb down a tiny bit, jump and shift lock right away, or jump in first person if you're PC and prefer doing that. Go around here, flick or shift flick off there. You can do this either way, it's up to personal preference. I like going in first person and going forwards. A long jump right there, unshift lock and aim to climb on that. Then ledge grab onto here, be careful not to fall off, climb down a tiny bit, and then jump. You can flick around to the side first, or you can just flick from the back onto that platform. Again, up to personal preference. Jump off here, climb up this ladder, hold jump on, again, you're gonna hold jump on all the conveyors. Be careful not to die. If you're low, take a second, pause and heal. There's nothing wrong with that. Angle yourself like 45 degrees. Make sure you're going to the side of this and then go 45 to 45 the other way. Unshift lock and you can chill and set this up here. Wait for the thing to go away. Go up, climb on the platform, hold jump, and now you're on terrifying. This is probably the hardest floor. Flick around there. Take a second heal here. I rush it, but you should definitely wait here, especially if you're not as good. Then climb up here. Make sure you flick out so you don't get bugged by the truss, especially if you're on higher FPS. Shift flick up here, and then again, flick out. Make sure you're not inside the truss. Then do a down bounce here, so climb down and then jump, so you go more horizontal and make it farther. Then flick or jump down to here. Set these up well. Those are pretty difficult. Definitely practice those, especially if you're not at a super high skill level. Go into this little platform here, then walk forward and jump almost right away. Be careful here, make sure you heal up to full, and if you don't get in the lodge, then you can probably drop down to the second part of Insane, so you're basically back on the start of Terrifying. Jump over here, climb down to about this height, flick out so the truss doesn't bug you, and then go and shift lock. Use the wall to tip out just a bit, and then just jump off. You don't need to climb it down at all. Go onto the top of this right on the edge, and then turn so you're 45 degrees. Line it up, jump. Be careful, you need to go pretty fast here, so definitely practice that. Then hold jump or flick so you get onto that truss and then flick off. Make sure to align here. Again, align here. Practice these for sure. Practice all of Terrifying, it's the hardest floor. Just hold jump against the wall here and then turn and go to this. You're going to want to just flick off without jumping. Then you can climb around to the side, unshift lock, and then shift lock onto this truss, and then just keep moving your joystick until you come out from under the ceiling. Do this wrap, flick the same way I face, you don't bump into the wall. Then unshift lock for these quarter studs if you're on mobile. PC has like a different aligning setup, but definitely practice those because quarter studs are hard to learn on mobile, especially if you're going for this as one of your first few SCs. Kata, just make sure to stay calm. Don't get too nervous. You gotta. And then really Kata gameplay, it's just practice it, especially because you're probably going to be pretty nervous at this part, but it's not super hard. Don't backtrack there. Just jump. You can wait a second, but you need to jump pretty fast. 45 degrees. I like to just walk and then jump and then hold jump on the last one. Be super careful. Don't bump into it here, otherwise you will get flung off. It's not super bad. Set this up like a long jump, flick back here. Set this up like a long jump. Pretty basic wrap onto a half stud, just be careful not to fall off. Again, similar thing. Then you're gonna truss flick up here. I don't understand this part, I'm not gonna lie. But what I do, I just climb and then hold walk on this. And then I actually do this wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to just stay on this thing, or you can take a break if you want. But I just wait for it to get past that wall. Then if you go on the last two studs, you'll avoid the wall, and then just stay on it and flick to the next platform. But I end up going to the platform, which is probably wrong. But then you can either go on the side or just stay on like the same way you were facing. Just get onto that ladder or the half stud below it. Go over here, set this up like a long jump. Don't jump too late, it's not a far jump. None of these jumps are hard, so just take them easy. Don't like play super aggressive and like jump late and fall off. And then 45 degrees, just two jumps and then go. And then shout out to Zai. He joined me for a double win. He wanted to be in the video. He's a very new player. His hardest was actually Tower of True Skill before this, and a tier 9 known as Trust Divinity. Yeah, epic Zai shout out. If you beat this, GG, congratulations on the insane. If it's your first insane, that means that you didn't listen to me, so I'm very sad. But also still GG and congratulations. And hopefully the webhooks won't break. I don't know what it was. I think it was probably because of the Halloween update and chat getting flooded with all the nerfed SC ones. But yeah, congratulations. You've beaten the Tower of Difficulty chart. That's all. Bye.